Petty cash crimes and big crimes continue to be a norm in most public school SGBs. I'm talking about instances of learner pregnancies by other learners and sadly by other educators. Now, all these unfortunate instances makes for asking, have we done everything to prevent or close all loopholes in the school environment? A point in context is South African Schools Act. This act does identify unsuitable people who need to be excluded from SGB office. In terms of the act, if somebody is mentally ill and has been declared by a competent court of such, one, they are not eligible to be in the SGB office. Two, a person who is unrehabilitated, insolvent, is also not suitable to be in the SGB office. Three, person that has been convicted of an offense and sentenced to imprisonment without the option of a fine for a period of not exceeding 6 months or has not yet served their period of imprisonment is not suitable to be on SGB. Somebody that has had his membership terminated by the head of department in that particular province is also not suitable. 5, do take note of this one area. In terms of the Children's Act, Act 38 of 2005, a person may be on a tribunal or court finding be declared unsuitable to work with kids. Now, we sit with a challenge. Provincial authorities, MECs or head of departments did not put in place systems to protect schools from unsuitable characters that we spoke of. How? No probity checks are done prior to SGB office or even during the SGB office, as implied by the act that we've tackled. In other words, loops have not been tightened. This has led to questionable activities taking place in the school. If such tests were made mandatory, I do believe we will have rid the SGB of unsuitable characters like the one we spoke of. Will doing these property checks be asking too much? Will doing these property checks be something that is unconstitutional? During my tenure in listed organizations, banks, and assurance companies, when I served as an HR consultant, we were consistent in doing candidate checks or probity checks. People with criminal records, blacklist records were automatically ruled out of employment with our sectors. So when MECs implement this best practice, they will be addressing risk. This is constitutional. This is best practice. Why are provincial ministers and their HOD misty-eyed on this important requirement? Well, we are not their spokesperson and we don't know what is at stake. But a point must be made. MECs stroke head of departments were not stringent to those that are taking the SGB office. So as a result, we have been failed. This is one area where external environment versus internal contradiction is allowed to violate the law or its implications. Allow me to summarize my message. I feel credit checks and criminal records must be done to confirm